Again, Isengard got a lot of, buffs, and I want to see them in this game. I mean, to be honest, I like Corsair change. I like everything what adds more diversity in the game, which makes the game more entertaining. Of course, in a tournament, it's important that the matchups are balanced. I mean, you cannot balance everything 100%, but I think Rise of the Witch King should be starting to work with scalars. So basically, you have different ways of nerfing and buffing a unit. When you nerf the HP of a unit, you nerf the unit in every single situation. But what you can do is you can make an armor set of the unit and make them deal specifically less damage to a certain unit type. For example, you are struggling in a Mordor against Goblin matchup, you can make Goblins deal more damage to Orcs. But only to Orcs, instead of increasing their damage also against other units. There are scholars in the game when you are coding, which can help you to make a problematic matchup a bit less problematic, if this makes sense for you guys, But I'm pretty big fan of also fun during the game. It's a game from 2004, 2005, 2006, you know what I mean? It's like 20 years old. And when there is more diversity, when you see more different openings with different strategies, different units, heroes, it's just also much more fun. Because I don't know about you guys, you have been, most of you guys are around now for a long time, you have been watching the channel for a long time. Maybe you guys disagree with me, but I don't feel it's cool when you see men with 2 barracks spamming soldiers all the time. It's just not fun, Okay, so we have the Vork packs on the field. They will be able to find this mineshaft immediately. And it might be taken down before it's going up. We will see. It's gonna be close. Forward. They're gonna get level 2 after that one, by the way. They got a full level almost. Don't fall behind. So the builder has to bring 1 more mineshaft. To bring also some pikemen. Rallying Call is available, and Isengard went for the Creebane opening. There comes the Rallying Call. It's a 2v2 situation, but Guardians are strong units. Even though these units are supposed to countering the Swordmen, but you cannot counter every single Swordman. For example, it's a perfect situation. When you want to change this matchup, what you can do is you can make Warpacks be a bit more tanky against Guardians exclusively, or make them deal more damage to the Guardians without making the Warpacks OP against any other faction. There are scholars. You can make Eowyn, for example, Smite ability deal only more damage to the Witch King, for example, right? It's also a scholar, right? But it doesn't do the same damage against something like Drogoth. When the group is starting, 4th November, Andy. So next Friday. Not this Friday, next Friday. Did you see where in which group you are, Andy Brainy? I didn't check, to be honest. I put the names in the randomizer, I uploaded it, but I couldn't even take a look into the current bracket yet. Off stream, it's optional. It's optional. When you are around and your opponent is around and I'm not around, we can play off stream too. But if you are around, your opponent is around and I am around, I can also stream them. But you don't have to wait for me, Iris in the chat. The Fortnite sneak enjoyer Iris. I'm pretty certain when there is going to be a snake skin in Fortnite, she's gonna take it immediately. She's gonna immediately purchase it. Now we have 2 ladies in the chat. Deadwood Widow and Iris. Who would have thought? Who would have thought, boys, in 2022, in the Rise of the Witch King or BFME streams, that we will have 2 girls in the chat? Who would have thought that? And maybe even the 3rd one when Nikki Funky is going to be around. Apparently girls are in the Lord of the Rings. Hey Nobu, what's up, my dude? I'm pretty certain that Deadwood Willow and also Iris are not here because of the game. They are here just to listen to my voice. They are here just to, hear, hey, how are you doing from me? You know what I'm saying? I'm joking. Okay, crossbowman, ASMR Shanks. You fool. Oh, I can't, my guys, dude, my throat is hurting today so much. I had like 2 presentations to, in the morning. I was talking pretty much for 4 hours in front of a real audience. I mean, visually, but not that many people. Of course, it was like 10 people, and I had to show them some new products. And I was, talking 4 hours, and it kind of destroyed my voice. Well, I mean, I'm really not here for the game, though. I know, Iris. I know. You are here, so you can tell us how beautiful your snake tattoo is looking like, and how great of a game Fortnite is. Yeah, that's the thing, that's like, there is like a very small, tiny difference between being funny and cringe, and I think I want to be careful when it comes to pass this border, you know what I mean? I don't want to become all of a sudden cringe. I don't want to be remembered as Shanks the cringe guy. Oh, looking for a chance. Nice micro from the Warven player. Very good, very good, very good. I'm pretty certain Iris exactly knows what's going on in this game, right? Iris, you exactly know what is going on right now. You know this unit, you know this unit, you know this unit, you know why is there fire on the ground, you know everything. Yeah, Francis, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Isengard is so freaking cool. Isengard is busted now. He actually got buffed, so many buffs. But the problem is, the buff units we don't even see on the field. He's gonna go for the level 3 Uruk bit now, boys. For the Uruk Deathbringers. Sometimes you need to embrace the cringe. Yeah, true. I'm always saying that there is nothing cringe beside the person who finds the thing cringe. You know what I mean? Dude, I cannot do ASMR. Hey, Iris, why don't you do ASMR streams? I can imagine Iris sitting there licking the microphone. Guys, but look, that's really cringe. That's really cringe. I was watching yesterday. I was bored, I was bored, guys. That's for my defense. I was looking around in Twitch and found a category, about ASMR. I clicked on this category and then I got like only women, only female streamers. I'm not gonna say anything, but it's embarrassing. The girl, I don't even know her name, I didn't check. The girl was sitting, her face was between 2 microphones. And can you guys imagine 2 big microphones pointing out to her face? Just imagine visually how this looks like and what it gets to your mind. You see 2 big microphones pointing out at her face, and she's in between them, turning left, turning right, and licking the microphone, licking it. I mean, there is not enough money in the world to do that stuff. Come on now, man. How can you lick a microphone? How desperate are you, dude? Come on, follow me. That's cringe. When there is something cringe in the world, this has to be it, The build has been taken down. But you know what's also cringe? The guys who are donating and subscribing to the woman in the hot tub just so she can write your name on her arm. That's cringe. And that's also a little bit sad, dude. When I'm feeling bad for those dudes. They need some love, but not from an internet girly. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this too. I'm gonna do this for the World Championship too, boys. I'm telling you. I'm gonna open my webcam. I will be on a hot tub, casting the World Championship in a hot tub, and I'm gonna say, for every sub, I will write your name on my leg, on my arm, on my shoulders. So we can get the cash prize, you know what I'm saying? Higher. What are you watching in your free time? That's the problem, Iris. I'm not watching them, but Twitch keeps recommending them to me. Twitch keeps recommending them to me. Oh, what? We have the yellow Elven player Mr. Smok versus the blue Dwarven player Zirael. In the game number 5, the score is 3-1 in favor of Smoky, the world champion 2019, the world champion in 2020. Falcon, what's up? Mustafa King, Mustafa in the chat. Mustafa, I have big hopes on you, my friend, in the tournament. I hope you win. But I hope you don't cheat. Mustafa has cheated in the last big tournament. He was participating twice. He signed up twice. I don't think it's crazy, but I think it's kind of, It's kind of against the rules. Do the sound again. Only if you sub. Hell nah. 1,000 people doing nasty things on me? Hell nah. Come on, Aris, admit. Admit, nah, Aris. You know, you would be happy when 1,000 people would do that on you. Mustafa use spikes. Yeah, Mustafa use spikes too, by the way, my friends. Don't hit them. Spikes are good. Okay, so me the best dwarf in. Carol, thanks for the resub with the primers for 3 months, my dude. Appreciate the support. Means a lot. And welcome back. Look, Carol is subscribing to me without me making ASMR.
Carol just resubscribed for 3 months. Ahoy, he.
Carol, thank you for...
I will represent the men of Gondor.
Carol, thank you for choosing me instead of a woman who's making ASMR or hot tub streams. Even though I cannot type your name on my arm or on my leg, thank you still for choosing me. Appreciate it. I have schizophrenia like a golem. I have to play with 2 accounts. Okay. Oh, the builder. I mean, you can do that against dwarves because they have no chance to catch you. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, I was sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Normally I mute my microphone before I do this. Where is your off? What is off, Videra? Different people have different ones. I don't personally find it demeaning cross to adult people type work or use your body. But it's really annoying that people make money sitting in tub making mouth sounds because they are pretty. And yeah, I mean, it's the easiest way of making money, right? Because if you can't do nothing in your life, if you have like no information to talk about, if you have like no interesting parts to share about your personality, that's the easiest thing you can make. Like, I'm telling you, that's my opinion. Look, I love women, but I think beautiful women have an easy life. Let's be real, you know what I mean? Because they can do anything. I remember in my office, in my job like a couple of years ago, there was a girl, she was beautiful. She was looking really, really nice, pretty girl, you know? And she was making mistakes. Our boss was not even saying anything to her, but when anybody else would make a mistake way less impactful than the mistake she's making on a daily basis, my boss would go crazy on them. Are you stupid? Are you dumb? You know? And when she was making a mistake, don't worry about it. We will figure it out. Shut up, boss. Don't be a simp. He's gonna be able to find the mine shot and take it down too. Çok yaşa abim, eyvallah kardeşim. Thank you. Thank you, more snack. Well, doing sexualized all the time, making less money is not good at all. I think it's not easy life at all. I mean, the problem is I think our life is depending on our choices. And, you know, you need to, I think there are few ways you can make money in an easy way, but you need to ask yourself, can I still wake up in the morning and look in the mirror, you know, and be happy with myself? Some people, they don't have this self-shame, like they lost their shame feelings. For example, when I did something bad in the past, I was ashamed of myself, you know. I couldn't even look the person in the eye anymore because I was ashamed. But I think most people don't have that anymore in 2022. They can do whatever they want. They are, you know, they are walking like they've saved the world. You know what I mean? It depends on the personality, I think. You know, it's all about the personality. And I would rather have a girlfriend and a woman who has like a very good personality, who I can rely on, instead of a girl who can't even properly talk, but showing me her body. Because one thing is for certain, you will get older. You know, your body is not gonna look the same way when you are 60 years old. But your brain is gonna be the same. And I'm not saying that every one of them is like that, but it's sad that this is even allowed on Twitch, in my opinion. In a platform in which kids can register themselves. And I was also really pissed at Twitch that you could gamble on Twitch. Gamble with thousands of dollars in daily basis. You are gambling with real money and encouraging your audience to actually start with gambling too, which can literally easily destroy your life. Luckily now they nerfed it. I mean, they made a rule that you are not allowed to gamble anymore on Twitch. But there are still people who are gambling. It shouldn't be on a platform which you can register for free and you don't have to be 18 to do that, you know what I mean? 400 command points against 350. Yeah, I mean, dwarves are gonna fall off later on, of course, but for now, they are actually doing a good job, the dwarves. However, the elven player will be, of course, getting now Haldir level 1, gets level 5, leadership unlocked. It's going to be quite rough. There comes Rallying Call from both the people. I don't think it's a good fight to take. I mean, he has double buff, but in this situation, what you can do is use Haldir and shoot them down permanently. I don't think it's evil to the adult sexy warp, but some people enjoy such jobs. But at your point, pretty people tend to, yeah, exactly. I mean, they don't do the things because they enjoy it. They do the things because they want to get money out of that. And I just genuinely can't understand. I'm a dude too. I'm 32 years old. I've been always a boy who was interested in women in my entire life. But I always think when you are that nasty, when you are that horny, there are different websites you can visit without paying a penny. But why are people so obsessed by being on somebody's arm? That's your username on Twitch. That's not even your real name. Why would you want your username on Twitch to be on somebody's arm and pay for it? Like, that's something which I cannot understand. But it's maybe people like it. I don't know why. People would do everything for money. Yeah, true. The problem is in the world, money is very important, you know. Money is literally like, of course, there are gonna be people in the world who are gonna say money is not everything, but without money you can't make anything either. So you need money for everything what you wanna do to have some fun. When you wanna go to the cinema, you wanna have fun. When you wanna go traveling with the plane, with the car, you also wanna have money. You need money for that. So money is essential. I would pay money to be on Gimli's arm. I mean, Haldir is in a good spot. Like, there is no catch potential, right? That's the problem. And we have seen this matchup a couple of times also in the previous beta. Since then, nothing really changed for this Dwarven matchup. Dwarves against Elves. The longer the game goes on, the more unplayable this matchup is going to become. Right now, it's even a playable stage for the Dwarves. Later on, we will have to face against Mirkwood, for example, or this Lindens. And then Haldir is gonna get level 5. They have the Mist in a big battle in their favor. It's quite tough, you know. It's very hard matchup, in my opinion, because you can't match them. And it's not only about dwarves, but what makes this matchup for dwarves especially hard is because the lack of movement speed. The thing that you can't, you know, catch them up. I heard female boxer $150 for 1 feet picture of how people. That's kind of crazy. Good night, Benzi, my friend. Have a good sleep. As always, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. I only take resources as payment. I will send you I will tribute you 1,000 resources. 1,000. Okay, I mean, I think the only hope you can actually have is like a sneak attack. You should avoid trying to fight against army against army. That's kind of pointless. I think you need to kind of find a way of destroying the enemy buildings instead. I mean, there are very weird people in the world. Yeah, I know. There are very weird people in the world. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. The world is a weird place nowadays. There are over 8 billion people in the world, and not every one of them can be normal. And what is the definition of normal? That's the other question. But what is for me normal, I figured out in my life, and I'm 32, I've seen a lot. I think my normals are not the normals of everybody, you know? Stuff that is common sense, stuff that is supposed to not be done. But everybody has a different opinion on that one. And I think the humanity needs a bit more control, you know what I mean? It's when it's getting out of control, people don't know what to do. That's why you have rules, and you know, every government has rules, because people, they would abuse it. Some people are crazy. It's a hard matchup. It's a hard matchup, dude. Level almost 3 for Haldir. Oh, nice. This hero is actually good in this matchup. Maybe Gimli could be also very nice when you think about that. Maybe Gimli is gonna be the hero you need to jump on their face or something. Deep attack, then you have level 5 Slayer, you can hunt down Haldir whenever you want. Battle Wagons could look for a potential engage, but it's too risky to do that. Because there is one pikeman, if the pikeman touches you, you are dead. Of course, I mean, no, I agree with that one, you know, it's not, like, of course, not everybody is like that, thankfully. I mean, again, I have no problem with women, I like women, my daughter, I have daughter, wife, mom, you know, all of that. I'm not saying it's about women, I'm saying it's about boys. Because the women can only do that if there are boys who are sporting it. And boys are into that. So something has to be wrong with the man, not with the woman. It's a man thing, that they want to desperately be on the woman's arm. That's a man problem, not a woman problem. Men are stupid. Men are dumb as, you know, men are dumb, dude. Like really, really dumb. Shanks does not like the new war. Shanks getting old. I'm getting old, my friend. Men are weak. I mean, the generation is changing, right? For example, I see my nephew. He's 9 years old. He's never leaving his house. When he's coming from the school, he's sitting on his PC 24/7. When I was at his age, and I cannot imagine, and I cannot believe that I make this sentence. When I was at his age, I hated that when I was younger, when my mom or my dad were saying to me, when I was at your age, you know? But it's really the truth. When I was at his age, I was never spending a minute at home, my friends. You know, I was always coming from the school and immediately running outside until I was so tired that I was falling asleep. And now they are on the internet all the time. And when I ask him, what do you want for your birthday? He's saying, I want to have Fortnite skin, like, I don't know what is this currency in Fortnite. But he wants always from me V-Bucks or some crazy stuff like this, you know? Beautiful snapshot on the Lancers. By the way, dwarves are actually popping off this game. Very good performance from Zirael, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough. There are not many archers. He keeps making more pikemen for whatever reason. In the mineshaft, he will be able to bring more reinforcements all the time. I think Smokey needs to now build the expansion to destroy the mineshaft in the statue. Because from this range, you should be able to reach it. Men of Steel, level 2, have the black arrows purchased. I mean, the Alvin player has still a couple of resource buildings outside, but he's kind of lacking economy. And he just lost the level 2 barracks too. That's a very important barracks, because in order to get it your barracks to level 2, you actually need to invest 1,000, which is a lot of money, and he lost it. So almost 12 power points in the bank. 15 is going to lead you later on to the barrage, which you can, you know, use to win the game. So in this spot, for example, you force him to come with all the units around this area. You use barrage to kill all the army plus hurt the fortress and kill all the nearby structures. Then you can just commit to the fortress and destroy it. Demolisher, and he's done, yeah. Demolisher. But there are too many pikemen, maybe not. I think all you gotta do is get to 15 power points and go for the victory. You don't even need Demolisher at this point. Back in my day, we would go to work in the lumber mills and work all day. Was you was lumber mill working? Did they use field of fires on you too? Did you harvest 75% more resources? I'm joking. Lumber mills. Dude, I'm so messed up with BFME stuff. Everything reminds me about BFME, I'm telling you guys. It's so messed up. My brain is so messed up, dude. I'm talking to my wife in Lord of the Rings language. And she's saying to me, can we do this? I'm saying there is always hope, you know? Like, pretty much I'm re-quoting Lord of the Rings stuff all the time. We have Gimli up on the field, by the way. Finally. No, that's not Gimli. But they are looking like Gimlis, those Zealots. Beautiful slap shot. Mist is gonna be used. Let's see the commitment. Looks like we got some laborers scum. Oh, and that's the barrage I've been talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That's like the definition of a perfect barrage on your face, son. It's like the perfect thing. You know, you force them around the buildings you want to use to damage the buildings and crush the army at the same time. That's like the best. That's like the creme de la creme when it comes to use the barrage, you know? Very good, very good, very good. Very good. And now you can fully commit to the fortress and eventually take it down. The end expansion is going down. Glorfindel cannot match that without level 3. This poor dude, by the way, from the Alvin faction, I feel bad for him because he has only been crushed. Literally, they have like not shown any love to this dude. He has been nerfed, I believe, 25,000 times. I'm telling you guys, I'm doing this for 4 years, for many years. And since many years, this champion, this hero, has been hated by a lot of people, so that he received nerfs until it gets to this point in which he gets literally one-shotted. His armor got nerfed, damage got nerfed, everything got nerfed, and you know, may the best war win. That's what Gimli said, and Mr. Smog will be defeated. The score is gonna be 3-2, still in favor of Mr. Smog. Man of the West versus Dwarf. So we will get Eternal, not Eternal, because Eternal always picks yellow. Smoky playing the Dwarves, and Ziriel playing the man. I mean, again, we are not talking about the balance change only, boys. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about units dealing 5% more damage or 10% less damage. That's not what I'm talking about. But what they've been changing in this beta so far, I want you to understand how big this is. They have changed the buff, the debuff, the leadership, and the spell. That's 4 modifier which are essential for the gameplay, and that's very important for every single faction. But it affects every single faction differently, because some factions have access to early debuff, some factions don't. Some factions have access to early leadership, some factions don't. So you nerf that doesn't mean it affects all the factions equally. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. In addition to that, they also nerfed or changed the money system. So you get now more money, faster money. You know, again, a big change which we will have to see how it's going to impact the gameplay. It also seems they are replacing Glorfindel with Celebron in Rings of Power. And to be honest, I don't even know why they didn't put Glorfindel at the first place in the films. Because I didn't know that, for example, because I never read the books. But I figured out many years later, somebody told me that actually the person who was running away from the Nazgûls, protecting Frodo, bringing Frodo to the Elven city and fighting against the Nazgûls with the Noroli Masvolov kind of thing, was actually not Arwen, it was actually Glorfindel. And I never understood why Peter Jackson didn't want to make the Glorfindel character at all. I don't understand. Creeping action going on, soldier spam. The meta we are used to, spam soldiers all the time. Oh my goodness, I made it to live stream Uniboss. What's up, my friend? Thanks for tuning in, appreciate that. Oh, I was hitting my microphone. I hate this microphone so much. It keeps dropping down. Oh man, I want to get back to the headset microphones, boys. The headset microphones are so cool, you know, because you don't need to be worried. It's just on your head all the time wherever you go. But the stable microphones, I just can't get used to them. They are so big. They are so big, whenever I look at them, I want to make ASMR. Maybe to have some more women in the main cast. Okay. Oh, big push coming with Guardians, Pikeman, and one more Guardian. Man is not even trying to defend this. Really? Like, he's gonna lose a lot. Rallying Call is gonna be used defensively. 2 farms going down. And, you know, Ziriel is demolishing them in time to get as much money back as he potentially can. In addition to that, give less experience or no experience at all. In this matchup, it's very important to deny those Guardians to hit level 2, which can replace the buff from the Rallying Call.
An enemy has been crushed.
An enemy has been crushed. Oh, that's not good. It's a stable going down without recruiting any Gondor Knights. That's really bad, actually. That's really bad. Okay, this has been taken down. The stable is going down, farm is going down, and dwarves are not done yet. They will also be able to find this farm. It's gonna be taken down as well. He's walking straight into it. Looks like a GG. I mean, man was also able to deal decent amount of damage, as you can see. I mean, he was able to destroy the 2 mine jumps around. But there is another one here and another one here. The soldiers will be able to find this one. And there is another one here. So this map is actually kind of biggish. So you can maybe kind of hide your buildings, and scouting is very important. Whenever the map has like multiple different pathways, it's gonna support and kind of reward the mobile factions with the network connections like dwarves and goblins, in my opinion. Because look at the minimap, look at the map. I mean, it's not a big map like when you go straight up to the other side. It's like Forts of Eisen, but look, you have so many pathways, a tiny one here, tiny one here. Then you have one here at the bottom side. The more pathways you have, I think the better it is for factions like dwarves and goblins.
With haste.
Okay, I mean, he was also able to capture this one, the dwarven player, but man is trying to steal it. I think he won't be able to do that. The battle wagon is coming. He's moving a little bit weird now. Is it only me? Or does he feel slow? Guys, what do you think?
Don't draw attention.
I don't know, maybe it's me. Alright, the dwarf was able to protect this, and he's gonna call it. That's a very early GG, and that's the snowball effect of the dwarven faction, boys. Okay, so we have the yellow dwarven player Mrs. Muck versus the blue goblin player Zirael. It's the first time we're gonna see the goblin faction. That's a faction, that's two factions fighting against each other with the network tunnel system. So we will see a lot of teleportation going on, and that's why it's so important to actually check the minimap, check the pathing every single time. I mean, unlike this map, unlike last map, this map is pretty much flat. You can see there's like a gigantic pathway right in the middle. That's a big pathway, so you can, when you walk this way, you can actually see all the tunnels and mine shafts. And then there is one in the left and one in the right. So this is not a very good map, to play this matchup, I think. Like maps like Westfold or the previous map we have seen, or Jungles of Farharad, are just much better for his factions. Is there something like a heal advantage? I think I heard about that. I don't know if that's the case though. I heard that apparently on the hill, your units have more range. I heard, but I'm not sure. Again, I would also like to have like more information. The problem is with these games, they are not beginner friendly. When you download this game for the first time and you cover your mouse over the Goblin Warrior, for example, there should be a timer. It should tell you what the recruit time is of the Goblin Warriors. It should tell you, okay, 20 seconds. When you click on a PowerPoint, it should tell you Rallying Call, 33% damage and armor. It affects your units for 30 seconds and has like 3 minutes cooldown. These informations, I know it's hard to add them once, but once you add them, they are so helpful. And you understand the game way better from reading it. For example, guys, maybe many of you guys don't even know, in Rise of the Witch King, Gandalf and Saruman, when they are level 5, they actually give fear resistant to nearby allied units. But that's not stated anywhere. You cannot read this or see this in anywhere. You don't know this because it's not written down. So when you play a multiplayer game and you use Cloudbreak and the enemy units don't get stunned, then you wouldn't even know why they are not being stunned. So again, more information would be just amazing. I think 2.02 have like a lot of people working on it, and only one person has to just sit down for a few hours and just type cooldown duration, and then you have a phenomenal informative patch. That would be a massive upgrade in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, you can draw. Yeah, I can draw. By holding the control button, you can draw. I can draw, for example. Oh, never mind. That's a microphone. That's a microphone from the girl I was mentioning before. Okay. I mean, goblins are faster, but dwarves are stronger. It's like a faction of mobility versus strength. 500 command points against 400 command points. You have a cave troll on the field. But there are pikemen. You want to avoid them. Also, extroverts can hurt them. Cave pets being used. Again, they are unkillable in this version. Keep your distance. With the tree in your hand, you have like more range, more distance. Do it. Take this in your face, son. Beautiful. I mean, actually, he was able to defend himself with one cave troll. That's pretty good. But unfortunately for him, unlike the mountain troll, this one can't eat and get back to full HP. I mean, like I'm telling you guys, in 99.9% of the cases, this is way useless, way more useless than the Find in Orc to Eat ability. The Find in Orc to Eat ability is so much better. So much better. Because you can do that in 20 seconds, you can heal up a troll level 1 from no HP to full HP. Real time. I mean, everything you see on this channel, and that has been always like that, is always real time. I'm not a big fan of casting replays on live stream. Because live stream, everything has to be live. Me live, game live, players live, you live. Goblins have very bad pikemen. They have like no pikemans at all. Goblins have no pikemans. When you are talking about the half-troll marauders, there are no pikemen. That's a wrong information too. They are not strong against cavalry either. That's a misleading information. The goblin faction has no pikemen in this game. Because the pikemen's main purpose is to have a porcupine formation revenge damage against cav. And they don't have it. So for that reason they have no pikemen. It's like a troll. I mean, they have different ways of countering cavalry. With the spiderlings you can counter Golden Knights too, and also shield up. But these units, they are not good for countering. Also fire drakes are actually very good against cav too. Okay, big fight. Half trolls. They also... Yeah, GG well played. He doesn't see even a ward. He's gonna leave immediately